Well, quite a difference compared to yesterday, hey Bev?
Yep.
We had 23 knots constant, not gusts. And about where that barge is right now, which is right about there, we were in 4 to 5 foot seas. And then we had to tack the port this way to go into Warton Creek for the night, which was a very nice little, Warton Creek Marina was a really nice little marina to stop into. A real mom and pop kind of operation. A little dated, but clean. So now we're heading to Rock Hall, which is this way, but we had to tack out away from the eastern shore here. And right now we have just barely 4 knots of wind, but we're not in a hurry. And if you own a sailboat, you should never be in a hurry. The winds were light and variable, an almost constant theme on this trip, as we approached the Pools Island Light, which guards and marks the southeastern boundary of the Aberdeen Proving Ground. But ghosting along like this without a lot of boat movement was okay, because Bev was in the galley cooking up some lunch. As usual, with most of the day marks on the bay, this rather large one was occupied. How do they sleep at night with that constant red light flashing? After lunch, it was back again to motoring as we made our way past the Tolchester Range front light and then the Swan Point Channel North Range front light. These 2 lights, and others like it on the bay, are used to aid navigation for the larger ships and tugs pulling barges. When going to Rock Hall from the north, you always need to navigate around the Swan Point bar, down to at least green can number 3, before turning almost 180 degrees to head due north up toward the harbor. After that, a turn to port at red number 4 will put you in line for the approach to Rock Hall. And as always, mind those crab pots. We were directed into a nice slip at Haven Harbor South. There is a north too, which can get a little confusing. This used to be the home of the Sailing Emporium before it went bankrupt. Bought and given an updated look with some interesting features. Inside the main building, where you check in with the dockmaster, you'll find a decent store with everything from clothing, gifts, marine supplies and parts, and even outboard motors. They even have the biggest iPad I've ever seen, although I'd have a little trouble getting this one into my sea bag. Next to the dockmaster's area, there's a coffee and snack area with a good view of the marina. But if you're more inclined to be outside, then there's a very large tropical paradise with its own palm trees, sandy beaches, and sunset deck. The Admirals Club serves adult beverages, which we took advantage of later on. Covered areas make for great places to have a meal or drinks with family and friends. The grounds are well kept, and there's a nice walking path around some of the slips. What a nice place to keep your boat. This walkway led to a sort of curvy bridge and more public areas for grilling and seating. And of course, it ended up at the self-serve pump-out station. The next morning when we motored out, some of the locals came out to bid us farewell. Now, there are a number of good marinas in Rockall, which is one of our favorite ports to visit on the bay. But if you want to find a bit of paradise and have a relaxing time, then give Haven Harbor South a try.